boys and girls. I'm Teacher Regan. Welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. So, in our session today, just after finalizing on the substrand of fractions, so today we are going to discuss, or in this session we are going to discuss decimals. We are going to talk more about decimals. Actually, there is very minimal difference between decimals and a fraction. In other words, they are actually the same things. It's only that a fraction, in most cases, mostly a mixed number. A mixed number and decimal are the same things. It's only that when writing the mixed number, we retain the whole number part, then the fractional part, we write it as a numerator and the denominator separated by a slash. But in decimals, the whole number part is written on the left-hand side, then we put a dot in between, then we write the fractional part of that number. And the dot is what we call the decimal point. Then the numbers after the decimal point are what we call the decimal places. So under introduction, we can say a decimal is a number written in the form A dot A, where A is the whole number part, decimal, the dot in bracket is the decimal point, and A lowercase is the fractional part of the number. So that is basically what a decimal number means. For example, we can have, examples, we can have Roman 5.35, Roman 2, we can have 4.5, Roman 3, we can have 1.3. All these are decimal number. So in this case, 5 is our A. And A lower, 3, 5 are represented by the A lowercase. This is the fractional part. This is the whole number part. Then the dot between is what we call the decimal point. In this case, 4 is the whole number part, 5 is the fractional part, 1 is the whole number part, 3 is the fractional part, and of course the dots in between are what we call the decimal point. So we are going to, there's a lot that we can discuss about decimals. So we are going to start by discussing the place value of decimals. But before then, let me remind you of what you did in your previous grade. So whereby you had, let us discuss how the fractions and decimals relate. So this is where we have decimal. Draw this table and the name. So you can remember your teacher doing this. If you want 1 over 10, you are calling it a tenth. And in decimal notation, it is written as 0.1. 1 over 100, you are calling it hundredth. And in decimal notation, is written as 0.01. 1 over 1,000, in decimal notation is 0.001, referred to as thousandth. And the list continues. 1 over 10,000 is 0.0001, known as 10 tens of thousands or 10 thousandths. So, having revisited that, I hope you are able to remember how you are relating place value, I mean the fractions and the decimal numbers. So, place value of decimals, for example, Remember, we said that place value is the position occupied by a digit in a number. Place value is the position occupied by a digit in a number. You can say the distance from Brian's home to school is 15.34 kilometers. Solve or state the place value of each digit in the number. Solution. So like we discussed in our previous sessions when we were discussing the place value of all numbers, we have different ways of solving the place value. You can use abacus, you can use the tabulated form, you can use the vertical lines that are dropped under the digit from the digit going downwards. So we have a number 15.34. So assuming I decide to block this such that we only have 15. What will be the place value of the first digit here? Yes, Paul? Ones, correct. So that means the numbers before the decimal point, being the whole number part, their place values are the same as the place values of whole numbers. So here the place value of digit 5 is ones, and the place value of digit 1 is tens. Then the first digit, the immediate digit after the decimal point, its place value is always tenths. Then the next one is the place value of hundredths. Most learners normally confuse this with ones. The place value of the digit immediately after the decimal point is tenths. Then from tenth we go to hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, all the way as far as you can go. So let us look at another example. So another example. What is the place value? What is the place value? Place value of the underlined digit. Underlined digit in the number below. What is the place value of the underlined digit in the number below? So we have a number like 2,397.1605. And the underlined digit is 5. So in that case, if that is the question that you have been asked, you don't need to waste a lot of your time showing the place value of the other digits. But if you are sure with your speed and accuracy, then you are free to show the place value of all other digits, but ensure to pin out, you write out the place value of the specific digit you are asked. So solution. So we have our number. We can use this method now. We can write the number vertically, like 2397. Or we can have the following place values. We can use the tabulated form. Yeah, let us just write it vertically, 2,397. Then we have a decimal point there. Then we have 1605. Then you have place value. Place value. So the place value of this digit Remember the digit immediately after the decimal, the digit immediately after the decimal point, we say that its place value becomes tenths. Then this is our number before the decimal point. So the place value of digit 7 together, that is ones, the digit 9, that is tens, digit 3, hundreds, then digit 2, we have thousands. Then the place value of the digit immediately after the decimal point, we said is tenths. Good. After tenths, we go to hundredths. Hundredths. After hundreds, remember here we have the decimal point, we have thousandths. Thousandths. Then here we have tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. But since you are asked the place value of digit 5, you must pick it out and write its place value separately. Tens of thousands. So up to that point, any question on the place value of decimal numbers? Any question? All right, if you do not have a question, allow me to give you a question. So maybe I can just change a few digits in my equation above. What if the distance, or let me just write it. Some questions for follow-up. State the place value of each digit in the following numbers. Of each digit in the following numbers. So Roman 1, you have 0.0495. Roman 2, 349.6172. Roman 3, we have 2001.0034. So kindly, you can use this method. You can use the tabulated method, or you can equally use the vertical lines that are dropped from below a particular digit in a number. So add more questions to this for you to master the concept of place value of decimals. Otherwise, if you do not have any further question and you have taken note of this, let us meet in our next session where we shall be discussing the total value of decimals. See you next time.